Anjaneyasana, and that's the only time I'm going to say that. So Anjaneya was if I remember right, the mother of Hanuman, and Hanuman was a famous warrior, and this pose was named for his mother. There's a whole mythology, it's not super important. This pose wasn't really in the ancient yoga, it's an introduction into, I think, much later, but it's part of sun salutation. I like it particularly because it does give us another stretch to the lower body, but it also opens up the chest because we're going to be opening up like this, and we're going to stretch our psoas muscle, which we haven't really touched on yet. I'll do a tiny bit of anatomy about the psoas. But basically the psoas is the only muscle that runs from your upper body to your lower body. So it's super important. So it's going to be a quick video. We'll do a little tiny bit of anatomy, then we'll get straight into it. The Psoas Major is divided into the superficial part and the deep part. Now the deep part originates from the transverse processes of your lumbar discs 1 to 4. And the superficial part originates from the lateral surface of the last thoracic, that's T12, and the lumbar vertebrae 1 to 4, and from the neighbouring intervertebral discs. So it's a huge attachment, it's attaching to the lower part of your spine. It's solid, its point of origin is solid. Now the iliacus muscle, which is right alongside next to it there you can see, and the psoas major form the iliopsoas. The iliopsoas runs down the iliopubic eminence, which is the top part there, you can see where it bulges out, and through the muscular lacuna. This is just a gap, and it inserts on the lesser trochanter of the femur, which we can see here. That's at the back. Now it forms a part of the group of muscles that call the hip flexors, which is just to lift the upper leg towards the body, or to pull the body towards the leg if you're supine. The psoas major joins the upper body and the lower body. It also joins what we call the axial, the center, to the appendicular skeleton, which is just the outside, the inside to the outside, as we say, and the back to the front, because it comes from the back of the spine. It goes across the front and back onto the top of the femur. It's a very important muscle, and here we see exactly where it fits with all those other muscles that we looked at in the other video. Very long, very important muscle, and something that we do need to take care of, not to overstretch, but we do need to give it a stretch to lengthen it and give it some suppleness. So when we do this pose, we're going to come from our Uttanasana, and we're going to step back, and we're also going to do it when we finish our down dog, when we step forward. Don't worry about that, we're going to cover all of this. But basically what you're going to be, and I'll show you on this side, is you're going to be in this position. If you imagine you're, I don't know, kneeling, you're going to propose to your beautiful wife, as I did just a couple of months ago. Anyway, you're going to put one leg forward, and again you're going to get this 90-degree angle. You're going to be straight down, your knee is above your ankle on the leading foot, and this leg goes back where you're comfortable, and it will naturally fall into position from the step back and from the down dog. But it doesn't matter. What we're doing is we're stretching the psoas. We'll feel this. It'll come all the way up from the front of the femur, and it'll disappear inside, and you'll feel this. All we're going to do, when you come in the position, you're going to start like this. And for many people, that's enough of a stretch. All you need to do from there is just to drop your hips forward, and you'll start to get the stretch, and you'll get the hip flexors in here will tighten as well. If you're down here and you're supported by your hands, what you need to do is push your shin into the floor. So you're getting that force from your shin, which is going to extend everything. It's going to force the muscles into a stretch. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with this. You're going to open your chest a little bit, and this is the position you're going to adopt. If you have enough balance, you come up into what we call equestrian, where you put your hands on your knee, and again drop your hips forward, feel the stretch in the psoas, and bring the elbows back so your chest is open and head up. Now, third variation is where we really lunge into it. Okay, so we're coming straight forward like this. This is coming past 90 degrees now. This is getting a real stretch in the psoas. Your lower back is going to be arched, but what you want to do is don't put the whole bend on your lower back, is lift your sternum. And to help you lift the sternum, we're going to come around with the hands like this, pointing backwards, and lean forward. and sternum up. Okay? The fourth and last variation, if we really feel like we can do it, link your hands or like over Hatha as you wish, but the same thing, you're lunging there and you're coming up, normally prayer position as a staging pose, then up, and then we go back. Now, doesn't matter which position you achieve, entirely up to you, but try it. The thing you have to notice about the full backwards and the up and anything where you're not having hands on your knees, it's a balance issue. So you are going to feel a little bit rocky, so play with it, have a little play, position yourself up and down. Basically though, drop those hips forward to feel that stretch. When you are on this leg a little bit upright, you're getting a great old workout for your quadriceps. So it's a really nice move. I'll show you from another couple of angles, but basically this is it. So as I said, show you from down dog. We normally raise our leg just to give ourselves a bit of momentum, then that knee is going to come through in between the elbows, then you put your foot flat to the floor, your rear foot. And then from there, you're in the position. Like I said, the first variation is just to drop your hips forward, so you feel those stretches in the hips and the psoas. Second position is the equestrian, and again, you're opening your chest more on this one. And of course the third is this nice chest opening and a little bit of lower back stretch. And the last position is again the full crescent. And that's it. That's all it is. I wanted to make a small short video just to explain it because it's not an easy one to explain when you're actually doing the sun salutation. So I want you to have a look at it, play with it, both legs. Okay, right leg forward and then left leg forward. And again, you'll notice a difference in the flexibility between your legs. And even when you're going back, you'll notice there's a difference with one leg forward, you can go back a bit further. Key points, stretching this psoas, which you saw in the small anatomy section, and opening the chest. Don't forget to open the chest. This is the first one where we're really drawing our shoulder blades together and opening it out and breathing in and sternum up. We want to open this chest up. This will actually help with your breathing. It's a good thing to be aware of in these times, I would say. So have a play with those. Try the different variations. Go by your balance. Don't overexert, don't overstretch, and don't try to go too far unless you've got your balance down. It is quite difficult. One of the key things that most people forget to do on this is to push the back leg, push the shin into the floor. That's going to give you a little bit more stability. It's also going to engage that psoas muscle. It's to engage all of your muscles of your upper leg, which is going to give you, again, like I said, stability. So have a little play with them. Spend 10 minutes a couple of times before we go into sun salutation, along with all the other exercises, and get this one down pat so that you're comfortable moving into it. The reason for trying it first is because when you try a new move and you're in a flow, it's very easy to overexert. It's a much better idea to practice these things separately so you know where your range of movement lies. And that's it. So until the next one, which should be very soon, carry on.